Well, now that the tax deadline is behind us, it's never too early to think about next year. In fact, if you make the right decisions right now, it could pay off handsomely later. And joining us with some tax planning and deduction tips is certified financial advisor Kevin Bourke. And I'm so glad to have you here. Kevin,
thanks.
Looking back, just having survived tax season, we should give you a medal for it. What is the one thing that someone said, if I had only done what, I would be better off now?
Well, you know, there's no question that people can take deductions through IRAs, through 401ks, and so forth. And then we could talk about each one of those for a while. For example, IRAs, why not do it early in the year instead of wait till April 15th? The key to success there is that it's invested that much longer, and in the long run, you'll have more money.
Compound that interest.
Exactly.
And what's another mistake that people maybe make not related to IRAs where they didn't pay attention to this all year and there's no way to kind of recover once you get to tax time, but if they had only known is the thing that they think to themselves?
Well, I always find it interesting that people scratch, we all scratch for deductions at the end of the year, but they don't contribute to the 401k necessarily. The limits now are $14,000. If you're over 50 years old, there's an additional $4,000 catch-up feature. That's $18,000. Well, why not use that as your deduction? You get to keep your money. It's in an account with your name, rather than scratching around at the end of the year trying to find receipts and make up things just to save money on taxes.
Sounds good. A lot of people do forget about that 401k, and of course they need to rebalance their 401k as well. Any other thing that you found that in the modern era has become a deduction that people aren't sometimes aware of?
Well, if you're self-employed, again, we could talk about that all day, but people who are self-employed, particularly if they don't have employees, they have lots of options open to them. In fact, now there's a 401k designed just for a self-employed person with no employees, where they can put perhaps as much as $40,000, even $42,000, tax-deferred into an account. That's pretty powerful.
And it's a good word to the wise for anybody out here, where there's a lot of entrepreneurs in the Tri-Counties. And there's a lot of people who watch this show, frankly, who are thinking about starting that business. And that's a huge option.
It is. And now if you have employees, there's other things that you can do, but you have to kind of snoot around. I think a lot of people are scared when they're self-employed about getting a real 401k. Well, there's other things that they might look at to use. Perhaps a simple IRA might work. But they want to sit down with somebody who understands that, their tax professional or financial advisor, of course.
And of course, we all hear the word KEYT thrown out from time to time, and the options that you have with something like that.
Yeah, that's correct. Now, KEYT refers to lots of different things, profit sharing and so forth. But yeah, absolutely, there are options open to people. They just, you know, get a little bit of education, know about it. I think they'd be pretty excited about it, like I am.
They're going to say, oh my goodness, an excited financial planner. That's awesome. Is there something that you would suggest that people keep on their radar as the year progresses, that they should be tightening up and tuning up on, so they don't end up doing it on December 15th?
Absolutely. In fact, one very simple thing to do is, rather than look at $4,000 as a lump sum into an IRA, why not do it monthly? $333 a month is less than most people's car payment, and it's doable. And again, they get to keep the money, so they get the deduction. It's in an account with their name. Maybe a $333 a month option is available to people who can't write a $4,000 check at the end of the year.
And by the way, I think one of your points there, Kevin, is they're dollar cost averaging.
Exactly.
So they're buying all year long. Look at that chart like a sewing machine, and you're buying stock on the dips.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's a great strategy. I'm glad you brought it up.
Well, you brought it up first, actually. I just was helping get everyone's head around that. I thank you so much, Kevin. And I know people probably would like to contact you and say, Kevin, what should I do here? I'm in a quandary. And Kevin is a registered principal with and offers securities through LPL Financial Services. So go ahead and give him a call there. Always appreciate your coming by, Kevin. Thanks a lot.
Enjoyed it.
Now, what do you